the product that was going to be the best product of the year eventually was going to be, when it was produced, the game that was about Batman the movie. So I went to see the publishers of it, and that's Ocean Software. Now, they had just got back, about a week back from Hollywood, where they had just paid out $1 million for the right to produce the game. Okay?
Okay. They said, David, we've estimated it's going to cost us another $1 million to make the game. That's $2 million.
They had just been to the States. They just paid $1 million for the rights to produce Batman, the movie software.
But the thing was that they paid $1 million for the license, and they said it was going to cost them $1 million to make the game. But anyway,
the game that everybody was looking forward to, only just been announced, was coming from Ocean Software, and it was Batman the movie. And Ocean Software had just come back from Hollywood, and they just paid $1 million for the rights to use the name in their game. Anyway, I went to Ocean Software, and they had just come back from Hollywood, having paid $1 million just for the rights to use the name Batman the movie.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but Ocean Software, who produced Batman the game, they went over to America to negotiate the license for the Batman the movie game, and they paid $1 million just for the license. And then they estimated it was going to cost them $1 million to produce the game.
I said, the other thing is, they said, we've just spent $1 million. We think it's going to cost us $1 million to make the game.
They said, we've just paid $1 million. We've estimated it's going to cost us another $1 million to make the game. They'd just come back, Ocean Software had just come back from Hollywood. They'd just paid $1 million for the rights to use the name Batman the movie as a game. So that was $1 million just for the rights. And we all knew that
there was a very big product, the deal had just been signed in Hollywood to do Batman the movie, which was a new, it was like everyone was waiting for it. Ocean had just signed the deal to do Batman the movie as a game. And they paid $1 million just for the license.
I looked around and I discussed it with my team, and the product that was seeming to be the hot product everybody was talking about was that Ocean had just come back from Hollywood. They'd just signed and paid $1 million for the license just to write the game, Batman the movie. They said, we've just done our numbers. They said, we've just paid $1 million. We've estimated it's going to cost us $1 million to make the game. And Ocean Software had just been to Hollywood and paid $1 million to use the name Batman the movie for their game. Secondly, as you know, we've just paid $1 million, and we've estimated it's going to cost us another $1 million to make the game.
Yeah.
I said, okay. I said, our next concern is that we've just paid out $1 million just for the license. We've estimated it's going to cost us another $1 million to make the game. And what had just been announced was that a company called Ocean Software, they'd just come back from Hollywood, and they'd just paid $1 million for the rights to use Batman the movie as a game, the music and the name. $1 million. And they said, what is it? And I said, they'd just come back from America. They just signed the licensing deal. They paid $1 million for the license to produce Batman the movie game.
That was unheard of in those days, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. Yeah. And they estimated it was going to cost them $1 million to make the game. I said, okay. They said, David, we just paid $1 million out. We estimated it's going to cost us another $1 million to make the game. They then said, we've done all the calculations. We've just paid out $1 million for the rights to the game. We've estimated it's going to cost us $1 million to make the game.
Yes, there was significant pressure. I mean, when we got to Jurassic Park, I think that was the first $1 million license, and this was back in the days when $1 million was a lot of money. It was the first $1 million license, and back in the late 80s, maybe 1990, that was a punt. I don't think we even read the script. We just said, yes, this is going to be. It was a big budget. We knew it was going to be a big movie, and we'll take it. So We signed the license. It was pretty expensive. I don't remember exactly how much it was at the time. And we went to Pinewood Studios, which is where they filmed it, which was great. But the big pressure came, and I'll just mention very, very quickly, was the biggest movie license of all time at the time was Jurassic Park, which was the first $1 million license. We actually had to pay $1 million for the license.
At which point in time they said, send for the men in the white coats, obviously, you know. So they said, send for the men in the white coats, of course. I mean, why wouldn't you?